ultimately in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Run for Pollard. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. 158 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them. Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Dallas, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.